Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Doug here. Thank you for watching another video. This is Doug Sells. The year is 2019. Oh, hello, pup. What are you doing? I'm doing a video. Go in there. I'm doing a video. Pete came to say hello. It is 2019. I hope everyone had a wonderful and safe New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. I know I did. I had a great time. I had lunch with the family today. Absolutely great New Year's, and I'm ready to get going for 2019, which brings me to the reason of this video. I'm going to talk about 5 goals I've set for myself for 2019 when it comes to reselling. Goal number 1 that I've set for myself, I want to increase my inventory and increase my sales. It kind of works hand in hand. You can't make more sales unless you increase your inventory. I mean, that's just how it works. The more inventory you have in your store, the more potential money you're going to make. So that is one thing I want to do, is to increase the inventory so I can increase my sales. Because right now I only have about 130 items in my store, and I'm used to having anywhere between 500 and 600 items in my store. I'm wanting to reach like the 600 item mark. That's kind of a goal I've set for myself. So I used to keep it around 500 to 550 because I was sharing my living space at the time with someone else that did resell. But now it's just me in my house all by myself, and I have a lot more space that I can use to store more inventory. So I want to increase that inventory up to about 600 items. And that's just kind of a realistic goal I've given myself. In the past, I would always hit like a threshold and say, hey, I can't bring anything else in the house. I cannot bring anything else in the house until I get some of this stuff out, just because simply I didn't have the room. To go along with increasing inventory, I want to branch out to different types of items. I want to look into other things that are out there that I can resell for a good profit. There's so much I don't know about. My main niche has been clothing and vintage clothing and vintage video games. So I want to get more into vintage electronics and stuff like that. And you know, I'll look into it. That's just something else I want to look into, is to sell different types of item outside of clothing, because this is Doug Sells, and I want it to be a little bit more broad than just Doug Sells clothes. Number 2, these are also in no particular order. So number 2, I'm gonna go ahead and say I want to pay off some debt using this resale money. In the past, when I've made this extra money, it seems I had just either we take a vacation or do something like that, or I go buy myself something nice, or you know, I end up transferring into my main bank account because I needed some extra money. What I want to do is the money that I'm making off of this, I want to leave it alone, strictly pay off some debt. I'm going to pay some money to myself, pay some money to my side business, and then use the rest of it to get rid of some old debt that I have. Goal number 3, I want to go to more garage sales and more estate sales. There are so many other sources out there that you can use to get inventory, and garage sales and estate sales are 2 big ones. I know all of you know that. I've done garage sales, I've done estate sales, but what I haven't done is I haven't done them consistently enough. I've always stuck to thrift stores, you know, big sale days, and I've also worked the bins at Goodwill, the pay by the pound bins at Goodwill. So I want to do more estate sales and more garage sales. My new girlfriend, she loves going to garage sales as well, and estate sales. So that's something we can do together, and we can make a day out of it. Goal number 4 is I want to take more trips to thrift. I live around so many great cities. I'm 5 or 6 hours away, maybe 7 from New Orleans. I'm 5 hours from Atlanta. I'm about 4.5 hours from St. Louis, Little Rock, even smaller cities like Tupelo, Mississippi. I'm, you know, not far from Tupelo, Mississippi, and I'm sure there are a lot more if I go and look. Jonesboro, Arkansas is not far. I mean, I'm just thinking off the top of my head, but there are so many good cities within like a 5 or 6 hour drive from me that I can make a weekend out of it. We can go up and do some cool things in the city, but also hit some thrift stores and just kind of branch out and get my eye on some new things and in some different areas. That's something else I want to do. So that is goal number 4. I want to thrift more cities. I should probably have more than 5 goals, but you know, I'm just going to just do 5 for the video. But goal number 5 is at the end of the year, this time next year, and it might be hard to do with me paying off debt with the resale money, but if it's feasible, at the end of the year, I want to have $10,000 in my PayPal account that I can do whatever I want with from my reselling adventure. $10,000 in the PayPal account, not from my main salary and not from anything else, just the money that I make from reselling and PayPal. $10,000 in my bank account, and at that point I can decide what to do with it. Maybe invest it into more stuff to resell, or maybe I just want at the end of the year for it to feel like I busted my ass reselling and I have something to show for it. I've paid off a bill, I've taken some trips, and I have 10 grand in my PayPal account to show for it. Just a goal. That's kind of like a little far-fetched goal, but I'm putting it in there because I want to try to make it happen. And an honorable mention goal that I want to mention, this would be like a number 6, but my niche has become vintage. I want to launch my own website displaying my vintage t-shirts, and I would like to go around the city of Memphis and set up booths to sell some vintage t-shirts, because I get a lot of vintage t-shirts from the thrift stores that are related to Memphis locally, are having a hard time getting views on eBay. So I would like to take a big load of my vintage t-shirts and go to like a flea market or like a festival where they'll allow you to set up a booth and sell these type of t-shirts. So I would like to branch out. So I do have a name for my vintage website and business, and I may make this an actual business, like get a business name registered, but it's called Blue City Vintage, and I have the link for the Instagram account down below, so you can go look at that, Blue City Vintage. And I do want to launch a website. I'm only going to do that if it's feasible, but it is a long shot and kind of an honorable mention goal that I have set for 2019. And I'm going to show you the first item I'm going to list for 2019. To get things started for 2019, here is the first item I'm going to list, and I'm probably going to list it as soon as I'm done making this video or before I go to bed or something. It won't take very long because it's not a piece of clothing. It's a bag, and it'll, you know, I can take a couple pictures and list it real quick. But it is a Patagonia bag. I don't know the exact name of this type of bag, but I've seen some of them called a messenger bag. It also looks like it has room for a laptop, so I could call it a laptop bag. But it's kind of a not mustard color, but like a light greenish color. It's a Patagonia bag, and it has a few little scuffs right here. I'm not sure if they can come out. I'm gonna wipe it down real quick and clean it up and list it. I did some early research on these bags on eBay, and the prices are anywhere from about $25, $30, and I've seen some sell for over $50, or some sell for like $45 and $15 shipping, something like that. So I'm thinking the early price that I'm gonna put up is probably $49.99, and I might add a best offer on there, and I probably won't take anything less than $35 for it. But I paid about $4 or $5 for this bag, and I'm hoping to get $50 out of it. This is gonna be the first item I'm gonna list for 2019. I'm just doing one today. It is New Year's Day, so I'm just doing one today, and we'll see what happens. So hopefully that'll get things going, and I can make it sell pretty quick. Patagonia sells pretty quick. It's very popular. It's very hot right now. So pick up any and all Patagonia stuff when you see it. All right, guys, that is it for my videos. My first video of 2019. I'm hoping to bring you guys 2 or 3 videos a week. I'm excited about it. I'm getting geared up. Thank you for watching the video. Those are my 5 goals. And the first item I'm going to list for 2019, we'll see if I'll hit them. It's on video. I've said it now. It's on video, so I got to do it, and I just have to make it happen. I hope if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed the video, I've earned your subscription today. Thank you if you did subscribe after watching it. Please hit the like button as it supports the channel, and I will see you guys soon. Have a great week.